Geobyte.
Dear students, I hope all of you clearly understood all the theory concepts what we discussed under Newton's laws of motion. Understood clearly? Yes. Shall we take some previous year questions? Yes. Now look at the very first question. It is asking like this. A 1 kg mass is suspended from the ceiling by a rope of length 4 meters. A horizontal force F is applied at the midpoint of the rope so that the rope makes an angle of 45 degrees with respect to the vertical axis as shown in figure. Look at the ceiling. This is the ceiling. For that ceiling, a weight is connected by means of a rope. This is the weight. The mass of the weight is given 1 kg. This is the rope. This is the rope. What is the length of the rope given? 4 meters. Okay. Then at the midpoint of the rope, horizontal force is applied for pulling. Once the horizontal force is applying for pulling, the rope is making an angle 45 degrees with respect to vertical. Then it is given that T1 is the tension developed in the rope. We are asked to decide the magnitude of the force with acceleration due to gravity 10 meter per second square. Look at the different options. Okay. Now look at the diagram. Since the T1 is making an angle 45 degrees with respect to vertical, it is giving two component of forces. One is T1 sine 45 degrees and other one is T1 cos 45 degrees. Okay. For this diagram, let me make the FBD, that is free body diagram. This is the T1 sine 45 degrees. This is the T1 cos 45 degrees. This is the horizontal force F and weight always acting vertically downwards. Here mass is given 1 kg. Then weight equal what? Mass multiplied by G. Mass is 1 into 10 is equal to 10 newtons. Okay. Now resolving the forces. Resolving the forces vertically. Vertically. Look at the vertical upward force. Vertical upward force is T1 cos 45 degrees. That must be equal to vertically downward weight. That is 10. You know, cos 45 degrees. From this I can write that T1 equal to 10 by cos 45 degrees. As you know, cos 45 degrees and sin 45 degrees both are equal to 1 by root 2. It is equal to 10 by 1 by root 2. Therefore, T1 equal to 10 root 2. That's the T1 value. But we want horizontal force F. For that, let us resolve the forces horizontally. Resolving the forces horizontally. Okay. F is acting towards left. It must be equal to T1 sine 45 degrees. That is the condition for equilibrium. Now F equal to T1. T1 value got 10 root 2. Sine 45 also equal to 1 by root 2. This root 2 part is cancelling. Finally, the force F equal to 10 newtons. That is the horizontal force. Okay. Look at the options. 10 newtons. Option A itself is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Then let's take the second question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A light unstretchable string passing over a smooth light pulley connects two blocks of masses M1 and M2 like this. Look at the diagram. This is the unstretchable string or rope. Means it is not going to elongate or contract. Look at the two masses. Look at the two masses M1, M. Let us say the M2 is moving down with an acceleration A. Okay. If the acceleration of the system is g by 8, acceleration A equal to g by 8, then the ratio of the masses m2 by m1, m2 by m1 is equal to how much? That is the question. Okay. For that, since we are assuming that m2 is moving down, from that I can conclude that m2 is more than m1, then only it is going down. M2 is going down. Otherwise, m1 is going down. Here, weight by m2, m2g, weight by m1, m1g. Since both weights are opposite, because this m1 is going up, by the time m2 is going down, it must be equal to net force. That net force must be equal to mass times the acceleration according to Newton's second law of motion. Okay, from this I can write that m2 minus m1 multiplied by g is equal to m. What is this m value? m1 plus m2, sum of the masses. m1 plus m2 multiplied by, look at the a value. A value given in terms of g by 8. This g part is cancelling, g is cancelling. Finally, it is m2 minus m1 is equal to m1 plus m2 dividing by 8. Okay, let's take another slide. m2 minus m1 is equal to m1 plus m2 by 8. Can also be written as 8m2 minus 8m1 is equal to m1 plus m2, or 8m2 minus m2 equal to m1 plus 8m1, or 7m2 is equal to 9m1. m2 by m1 is asking m2 by m1 only, 9 by 7. Therefore, m2 is to m1 is equal to 9 is to 7. That is the answer. Understood clearly? Yes. Look at the option 9 is to 7. Option D is absolutely correct. Look at that. Okay. Another important question. It is asking like this. A body of weight 200 newtons is suspended from a tree branch through a chain of mass 10 kg. The branch pulls the chain by a force equal to, some weight is connected to the branch of the tree with the help of a chain. The weight of the body given 200 newtons. The mass of the chain given 10 kg. Acceleration due to gravity g given. What is the force which is acting on the branch of the tree? Okay, different options are given. For that, look at the tree. Right, this is the tree. This is the branch. For this branch, I am going to connect some weight by means of a chain like this. This is the chain. At the bottom of the chain, load is connecting. This is the load. Okay. Now, it is given that mass of the chain, let that is MC, equal to 10 kg. Weight of the load given, or weight of the body given, 200 newtons. This weight must be equal to mass of the body multiplied by G. Then mass of the body equal to 200 dividing by G. G value given 10. 200 divided by 10. Mass of the body equal to 20 kg. Then what is the weight acts on the branch of the tree. That weight or pulling force developing on the branch of the tree is equal to total weight. Here total weight is nothing but sum of the masses, that is m1 plus m2 multiplied by G. So here m1, let this is the m1 and this is the m2. So m1 is 10 plus m2 20 multiplied by G 10. It is equal to 30 multiplied by 10 is equal to 300 newtons. That is the pulling force developed on the branch of the tree, right? When a load is connected to the branch of the tree with the help of a chain, considering the weight of the chain also. Okay, understood clearly? Yes. Then let's take the another question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A light string passing over a smooth light pulley connects two blocks of masses m1 and m2, where m2 is more than m1. If the acceleration of the system is given, acceleration A equal to g by root 2, then the ratio of masses m1 and m2. Almost similar problem we have done like this. Look at the arrangement. It is given that m2 is more than m1, then it is moving like this. m1 is going up. Okay. For this case, I can write that m2g minus m1g must be equal to m1 plus m2 into a. Okay. m2 minus m1 multiplied by g equal to m1 plus m2 into a given g by root 2. This g value is cancelling. Finally it is root 2 m2 minus root 2 m1 is equal to m1 plus m2. Root 2 m2 minus m2 is equal to root 2 m1 plus m1. Let me write the m2 outside. Root 2 minus 1 is equal to m1 outside. Root 2 plus 1. We are asked to decide m1 by m2. m1 by m2. From this, I can write that m1 by m2. m1 by m2 equal to what? Root 2. Look at the screen. Minus 1 by root 2 plus 1. That is the m1 by m2. Look at the option B. Option B is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Similarly, let us discuss the another important question. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. A wooden block of mass 5 kg resting on a soft horizontal floor. When an iron cylinder of mass 25 kg is placed on the top of the block, the floor yields and the block and the cylinder together go down with an acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. A soft horizontal floor is there. Over that, first wooden block is placed. Over the wooden block, iron cylinder is placed. Since the floor is soft, the no, the floor is yielding. The floor is yielding with an acceleration. That means by the time the floor is yielding, the block and cylinder are going down with an acceleration zero point 0.1 meter per second square. Then reaction force of the system on the floor is equal to what is the reaction force? Means indirectly thermal reaction. Look at the different options. For that, let us consider the soft horizontal flow. This is the horizontal flow. Over that, first I am placing the wooden block. This is the wooden block. Wooden block mass is given 5 kg. Over the wooden block, I am placing the iron cylinder. Iron cylinder of mass, let it be M2, equal 25 kg. 25 kg. Then weight of the then weight of the wooden block and weight of the cylinder both are acting vertically downwards. That is equal to M1 plus M2 into G. Let us simplify for M1 plus M2 into G. Here M1 plus M2 into G. That is the total weight on the floor. That weight equal to M1. 5 plus 25 into G 9.8, because it is not given. Generally it is 9.8. It is equal to 294 newtons. Then you are asked to decide the normal reaction. You know, normal reaction is always acting perpendicular to the contact surface. That normal reaction is N. Now, since the whole block is moving down, this weight is more than normal reaction. Then weight minus normal reaction must be equal to net force. This net force must be equal to total mass multiplied by acceleration. Weight equal to 294 minus normal reaction N is equal to total mass. Here M is nothing but M1 plus M2. M1 plus M2 is how much? 30 into acceleration is 0.1. Okay. Now 294 minus 30 into zero point 0.1 is the normal reaction. Therefore, normal reaction equal to 294 minus 0.1 into 30, that is equal to 3 only. That is equal to 3. 294 minus 3 equal to 291. That is the normal reaction. Understood clearly? Yes.
Geobyte.